Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Shannon, and here we are at beautiful Fishing Creek in Chesapeake Beach. And we are here at our Oyster Reef Station. And as Miss Tanya mentioned earlier, oysters provide critical habitat for many creatures in the Chesapeake Bay. A lot of the bay has an open sandy bottom, and there aren't too many places for tiny animals to hide or animals to, small fish to lay their eggs. So the oyster reef provides a critical habitat for those animals. And then in turn, the predators can come to the oyster reef and get a bite to eat. Those animals like blue crabs and rockfish. And who likes to eat rockfish and blue crabs? We do. So oyster reefs are not only important to animals in the bay, they're important to us as well. And for our study here, we obviously can't take a class out to the oyster reef. Well, if we could, that'd be really cool. But what we've done instead is we have these little miniature oyster reefs. So we have this cage here. We had some about 50 oysters in there, just oyster shells. But just those oyster shells can provide habitat for all kinds of cool little critters. And we collected some of those critters in this bin, and we'll get some video footage for you guys to check these animals out. But what we want to do at this station, we have a couple of goals here for you at the reef station. One is we're going to try to determine how healthy Fishing Creek is based on the variety of animals that you find here. And as Miss Tanya mentioned that Fishing Creek report card earlier, we need to find at least 4 different species of animals here at Fishing Creek. And we'll let you guys count those. The other thing we're going to do is check out their awesome adaptations. So on your data sheet, you have a couple of examples of adaptations that you're looking for. If the animal has claws, you'll write that down. Camouflage. Some of them are filter feeders, and you'll know that, for example, if they have little feathery things that come out from their bodies that look kind of like gills. I won't give you too many clues, but some of the creatures have those things that they use to filter tiny plankton out of the water. Check out your animal, see if it has a hard shell that it could use for protection, kind of like a suit of armor. And many of the animals on an oyster reef have a flat body because there are all kinds of little nooks and crannies to hide in. So they're going to have a flat body. That'll be an adaptation or a feature that they have that helps them survive on an oyster reef. One really cool animal even has a suction disc on its belly to help it to stick to the oysters, which comes in handy if the oyster reef is so large that it sticks up out of the water. If the waves are crashing against the oyster reef, it can kind of help that animal to hold on. The animal can even hang on or be attached upside down to an oyster underneath, which is pretty cool. Some of the animals here are even clear as well, so that's like being invisible as well. So you guys are going to check out the adaptations of the animals, and also you're going to count how many different species of animals that you find, and that will determine whether or not it's a healthy environment. So let's say we looked in our little bin and we found 50 mud crabs, but nothing else. That would not be a healthy environment because they have nothing to eat but each other, and anytime you have critters that are cannibalizing one another, that